Hello everyone, my name is Pankaj Thapade and this is my demo 2, and in this demo I will be demonstrating pay payment PayPal payment integration. Okay, so in this PayPal payment integration we will be using Postman tool. So from that, and we will see how the money has been deducted from the user account and how the payment flow works. Okay, now I can show you via paint. So so how our system, what is our system? Okay, now let's consider this is our e-commerce website. E-com site, this is our e-com website. Okay, and in this e-com website we have two parts, that is the front end and the back end. This will be the front end, this will be the front end, and this will be the back end. This will be the backend server. Okay, okay, our application has been built using the Spring Boot. Okay, now how PayPal payment integration works. This is the PayPal, this will be the PayPal API, this will be the PayPal server. By using API we will hit this server. Okay, see, from first the user, first that the customer, see example we have a Flipkart website. So in this Flipkart website, when the customer hits the buy button, then how the backend process will happen. When the customer hit the buy button, then the control, then the from the front end the request will go to the backend server, and then the backend server will create a request to the PayPal server, and then the money deduction will happen. So with the help of flow diagram we will be seeing that how this system works. Okay, now here's the flow diagram. See, you can see here buyer, merchant server, merchant page, PayPal JavaScript SDK. This is the PayPal JavaScript SDK, and this is the code that is given by the PayPal team, and this is the front end code. In this we will be seeing a pop-up in the browser, and in that we the user uh, logs in to the system and the money will be deducted. Okay, this is the PayPal checkout and this is the PayPal order API, and we have to hit this PayPal order API to complete the payment request. Okay, so how the flow works. Okay, now the buyer will hit the buy button, and in the back end the merchant server will initiate a checkout. Okay, now the checkout will initiate and the merchant page will initiate a PayPal button. In the back end there will be a PayPal button generation, and the request will go to the PayPal JavaScript SDK, and the PayPal JavaScript SDK will display a PayPal button. See, have you have seen that there are many payment providers like PayPal, Razorpay, and many others like Visa, Mastercard. So in this we are going to hit the PayPal. Okay, so now the user will be seeing a PayPal button on the merchant page, and then the PayPal button will be hit by the buyer, and then the request will go to the PayPal JavaScript SDK. Now again the browser pop-up request will be sent to the PayPal checkout. Now the browser has not been opened, the request has been sent to the PayPal checkout, and 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 then the PayPal JavaScript SDK will call back to the merchant page to create a order, and then the merchant server will initiate a request, initiate a API, then and it will call the API of create order, and the API will be the post API, and this is the URL. You can see version 2 checkout orders. This is the API of the uh, PayPal, and then the request will be sent to the PayPal order API, and then it will respond to the merchant server that the order has been created. And when the order has been created, it will respond. It will also give the order ID, and then the order ID we have to return to the merchant page, and from that merchant page will transfer that order ID to the PayPal JavaScript SDK. and again and now the browser pop-up will open, and it will launch the browser pop-up, and then you can see the browser pop-up when you hit the click button. So this is the process that goes behind that when you click the PayPal button, and now the browser pop-up has opened. Okay, and now the buyer will log in using the username and password, and when the username and password will be password will be correct, then it will go to the payment checkout, and then again the callback will happen, and this is the on shipping address change. We don't have to deal with this now. So the complete checkout will happen now, and then the PayPal checkout will will approve the order. Okay, and when the order has been approved, the PayPal JavaScript SDK will initiate a callback, and it will invoke a method that is on approve to the merchant page, and then merchant page. See, till now the money has not been deducted. The user is has been said that the checkout has been happened, but now the money has not been deducted. Complete checkout happens, but the money has not been deducted. The money will be deducted when the order ID is captured by the PayPal payment provider. Okay, so the merchant server will have to initiate the capture order request, and then the merchant server will hit the API. That will be the post API, and this is the you can see the URL of the API. We to check out order ID, and it will hit the capture API. Okay, see, the order ID has been included in this API. The order ID that has been generated by the order created. The PayPal has generated the order ID, and we have to append the order ID here. Okay, and then it will uh, request to the PayPal order API, and again it will respond that the failure or approved, failure or done. This will be the response by the PayPal order API, and then when the payment is successful, then the merchant API will display to the merchant page that the order ID has been captured and the checkout is happened fully. Okay, now we will be doing the practical, and see how the money has been deducted by the user account. Okay, now let's go to the Chrome, and we will read some PayPal developer API documentation. Okay, now we'll hit the PayPal developer API documentation, and this will be the link. Now see, getting started with PayPal REST API. So PayPal is using the REST API. There are two types of standard that the API follow. First is REST, and next is SOAP. Most used standard is REST standard, and they are using the OAuth 2.0 access tokens, so that no one can access their uh, no one can access their service. Okay, they are using the OAuth service 2.0, and it return HTTP response code, and in JSON format. Response will be in the JSON format. Okay, so for this, what we will have to do, we will have to get the client ID and client secret. Okay, first step is we have to get the client ID and client secret. So how we will get? So it is saying that we have to create a account, that is the developer account, and we have to log into the dashboard, and then we can see the client ID and client secret. So let's do this first step. We will create a developer account. Okay, this is the link. Okay, now I will create a developer account. So for this demonstration purpose, I will be using the temp mail. Temp mail is a service that is given by this website, and this is the disposable mail, means one time use. Okay, now let's create an account with this email. The email is generating. See, the email has been generated. Now I will copy this. Now I will write a password. I am not a robot. Okay, something went wrong. It is saying that something went wrong. Something went wrong. It is not. Let's again see this. Let's again try to create an account. Create account. Okay, now it is not same. Okay, now let's create that ID I'm having. Just saying something went wrong. Okay, now let's check. Okay, don't worry. I think I have see. The request has been processed. Okay, I have created the account. Okay, when you create the account, you will see this dashboard, and in this you can see apps and credentials. Okay, when I hit the apps and credentials, you can see this is the client ID and this is the secret. Okay, now the step what this is saying that we have to get access token. Okay, for this we have to we have two tools, that is first is the first there are two methods, that is the first one is the curl method and second is the postman. Postman is the lengthy method, so I think we will use the curl and we will import that curl statement into the postman. Okay, let's open the postman. Okay, now the postman is loading. We have to get access token. Okay, for this what it is saying, we have to first import and then we have to change client ID and client secret by this client ID and client secret. Okay, now I will copy this see URL and I will import in my postman. And in the postman, okay, now I am opening the postman. In this I will import that command. I will copy paste. Okay, it is saying I will be pasting in the new collection. Okay, import into collection. Okay, and it is a post request. Okay, and in the authorization we have to put the client ID. Okay, so the what is our client ID? See, this is our client ID. I have copied it and then I will paste here. Okay, now I will copy the client secret. Okay, I think it is not copied. Okay, this is the okay. Now I will send a request to this API and we will see what is the response. See 200. Okay, this is the response we have got, and what we have got is the token type, that is this is the token is the bearer token and this is the token. We will copy this token for the future usage, for our future usage. Okay, now it has responded us. Then now and now what's our second step? Okay, this is the sorry, so this was the second step, and now the third step. Now the third step says that we have to create an order. So I'm clicking here orders and create order. Okay, now we will create an order. I have clicked the create order. Page is loading. Okay, now the page has come. This is the URL that we have to hit, and this is the code. Okay, now let's copy this code and I will paste here in the import, new import. Okay, I will paste it and I will import it to collection, that is new collection. Import it to collection. Okay, now let's rename this collection. This is demo2. Okay, so this is our orders. Now let's see what it has in body. See, this is the code that we are having in the body, and in the authorization we have to select the token, that is which type of token it is, bearer token. Okay, now select the bearer token and we have to copy paste the token. See, here is the token A21 and from this I am copying this token. Okay, now let's paste this token here. Now I will send a request. Now we will see what the response. See, the response has came, but the issue showing here is that missing shipping address. Okay, so it is saying that something is missing in our body. Let's see this. In our body everything is there, currency code, USD value 100. Okay, everything is there, but the shipping code here, it is saying that we have to provide. Now let's, for testing purpose we can skip this. Okay, now let's send the request again. See, we have got the response and see this is saying that we have got this link, and we will, and when we will open this link the pop-up browser will open. Okay, so this is saying that the status payer action required. Okay, now let's go to this link. I'm opening this link. Now it is saying to login. So this is my email that I have created by developing account. Okay, now let's enter the password. Now I think it is the email and the password that we are required for the payment processing. So where we will get this email and password? In the testing tool, when you will click the testing tool, we will get a sandbox account. So the PayPal has given the sandbox account, and in this they have the personal and business. So I will click the personal. That was the, see, this was, that was the my personal account that was created for developer account, but for the testing purpose we have to get some account that from that we will get some money to get deducted. See, they have given the 5,000 US dollars. Okay, we can add any number we want because this is for testing and we are in we are in a sandbox mode. So I will copy this login and I will paste here, and I will copy the password. Let's see. See, it is saying hi John, getting your wallet. See why it is saying us hi John, because the name here, the sandbox account that they have given her, the name is John Doe. Okay, that's why they are saying the John Doe. So this is our, so this is saying that shipping to John Doe, and this is the address, and here is the, it is saying that $100 to be deducted. Okay, now let's, and we have many options but we are using the PayPal, so we will the money will be deducted from our PayPal balance. Okay, now let's complete the purchase. Okay, now let's see what will happen. See, it has forwarded us to a new website, that is example domain. See, so when the checkout will happen we will see a new website, and we have got this website. Now what's the next procedure, what the next step? The next step says that what's our flow process is saying. Now let's check out the flow process. So this is our flow, checkout flow. So what we have got, we have launched the pop-up browser, and we have we have logged in using username and password, and the order has been approved. So now the let's check the money has been deducted or not. Okay, now go to the sandbox account and let's verify the money has been deducted, because it is saying that we have got to forward it to the new website. Now let's refresh this. It is refreshing. See, the money has not been deducted from our account. Why does this happen? Because this flow says that once the order has been approved, it will give a callback to the merchant page, and merchant has to approve, and then the merchant server has to capture that order. Otherwise the money will not be deducted. So in the backend there should be a capturing of order. So let's check in our website what does it say for the capture order. So we will go for capture payment for order. See, this is the UI that we have to hit, and this URL is v2 checkout orders ID and capture. Okay, now let's copy the code. Now let's import that code into our Postman. Import. Now let's control V. Now let's import into our demo2. Import into collection. Now let's hit the API, and we will see the response it is getting. See, it is saying that invalid token. It is saying invalid token and token signature verification failed. Okay, see the invalid token. So we will put that token again. We'll copy paste the token, and this token when we generate it is valid for 7 to 8 hours until the payment happens. Okay, so we will paste here the token. Okay, now let's check. See, this is saying that invalid resource ID. Invalid resource ID. So what does this mean? In the flow, you can see that when we created order, when we order has been created, the PayPal order API has been given the return order ID. It has given us the order ID, and we have to include that order ID into our API request. See, this is the order ID you can see. So we have to include that order ID here. Otherwise, we will not get anything. Okay. So let's check what is the order ID. Okay. See, in this we have, see, this is the order ID that we have to include. So now I'm copying this, and let's let's paste here carefully. See, I have, now I will hit the API and let's check. See, it is saying that status order has been completed, and this is giving us the whole whole details like order ID and the status and the payment source, email address and the account ID. And see, the given name is John Doe. That was our username, that was our name, and what we have purchased, that is the reference ID and address, and this is the whole JSON. Okay, now let's check that our money has been deducted or not. I will refresh this page again, and now let's check this 5000 becomes 4900 or not. If this becomes, then the money has been deducted. See, it has 4900, so the money has been deducted from the user account. So how, so you can see how this flow works. First the buyer will click the buy button, and then it will initiate a checkout process, and then the buyer will be given a PayPal button, and the PayPal button will be displayed to the buyer, and it will hit the PayPal button, and then the checkout process will happen, and it will launch a browser in the pop-up. And again in the browser pop-up, the order ID, we have to create the order ID, and in that response the PayPal will give a order ID, and we have to take that order ID in our last step, that is the capture step. Otherwise we will otherwise the money will not be deducted. So this whole process is the PayPal payment integration, and this is how the money gets deducted from user account when he chooses the PayPal as a payment provider. And we can see we have been used three API requests. That is, the first request is for the getting the client ID and client password. Sorry, that was to get the token. First was is for the token, and second was to get the order ID, and the third API is for the capturing the order. See, in the second step also the money got not detected, but until the but when we initiated the third process, that is the capture order, then only the money got deducted from our user account. So now the user can see this example domain page. In the real time it will give the display page that the checkout has been happened, like in the flow. Here the checkout, complete checkout, the merchant server will initiate that the order has been captured and the checkout has been completed. So this is my demo for this PayPal payment integration project. Okay, thank you.